Uther versus Rexar.
So I didn't know where to play Silvermoon Portal. I figured that if it sees play anywhere, it's probably just in a deck that wants a lot of buffs. So, a deck with a lot of buffs we have. Basically, you just have like shitload of buff cards, and you have also a bunch of stuff that wants to be buffed. Squire's better here because it actually kills Fiery Bat. I think I'm just gonna draw here instead of making a dude, since I also have the Dragon Egg to play behind it. And the Squire is very likely to get 2 draws out of this at least, maybe more. He just plays like an Elic here. Alright, Misha's kinda bad for me. So I think I do want to kill Misha this turn. I have a few options. I can go Blessing of Might on the Squire, that's 4 damage, and I make a dude. I can Seal of Champions the Squire just to spend all my mana, but that's probably just inferior to the Blessing of Might. I could Seal of Champions my egg, send him in. That way my egg is actually relevant. Using the Seal of Champions like that also means that I can go questing Blessing of Might next turn if I want to.
Let me think.
If I pop my Squire's Divine Shield, it's probably getting Eaglehorn Bowed next turn, so I guess going for the 3 health questing isn't super good. But it does give me a Dragon Egg with power on board, which is relevant. I guess I'll draw a card first, just in case. I could have also hit for 1 and then Divine Shielded my Squire again, but that doesn't deal with the Misha, so I don't really like that. I think just keeping shit off the board is pretty important since my deck is so focused on having things to buff.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Yeah, you have to send them to the Squire, because the Squire still draws cards. Horse Rider's actually a bit of a problem. I don't really want to send my 3/2 into it, but maybe I need to. I don't really want to play the questing here because it doesn't really... Like, I don't have a read that he doesn't have an Eaglehorn Bow, so it doesn't really make too much sense to do that. Probably just gonna put some dudes on the board, trade into this thing.
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty. Get in there and fight, maggot!
Interesting turn. The most likely secret here seems like it would be Explosive Trap, but then playing the Abusive Sergeant makes it seem like it's not an Explosive Trap. So maybe it's snakes, but if I ignore that and try to just assume it's snakes and then I hit him in the face, then I look really dumb. I guess I don't look that dumb because then the Squire's still around. I can drop a Genie of Zephyrs. Seems like playing the Abusive Sergeant here doesn't make any sense. If that's not Snake Trap. It looks like it's not Snake Trap. Or it looks like it is Snake Trap. So I'm not gonna proc his snakes. Snakes are way too good against my board. More secrets. And he does have a bow. Killed the egg. Okay, this seems like Explosive Trap now. So I can Divine Strength one of my dudes to get it out of Explosive Trap range. It also buffs my Genie. Playing the Questing Adventurer here doesn't really make too much sense. Because even if I buff stuff, like if I go Divine Strength first, swing into Explosive Trap, and then like questing Blessing of Might, he's still not out of range. I just can't really get my questing out of range. Might just play it though, after the Explosive Trap. Just because he'll have other stuff he wants to run into anyway. Go ahead and buff this guy out of explosive range. Alright, I'm just gonna push a bunch of damage here. The Blessing of Might does 6, so... yeah, and like he can weapon into my questing, but that's still 3 more damage he's taking. When I have an 8-6 and a 6-1 on the board. Plus I have Tyrion coming down in a couple turns. So even though the bow goes pretty well into the questing, that means his bow is not clearing my other stuff. It's still pushing damage. Wolf Rider, huh? Okay. That was a pretty good clear, but it seems hard for him to win from this point. I mean, I have Tyrion next turn. I don't know how he beats Tyrion. Nice. I didn't draw a Silvermoon portal, but the deck worked.
Uther versus Morgul.
I will fight with honor.
The Argent Protector costs 2 mana, but I don't really want to put a Divine Shield on my Dragon Egg. I think I'd rather just pick up some better options. I'll just throw down the egg here. Unfortunately, Blessing of Wisdom on the egg doesn't really do anything at this point. He missed his turn 1 though, so that's really good for me.
Reporting for duty.
He doesn't do anything this turn, I can just slam questing next turn. Pretty dope. Wonder if I just throw down the questing here. Does that make any sense? I guess I don't know that he doesn't have a Rockbiter, but I know that he doesn't have a 2-mana play to go with the Rockbiter. It's probably just Fiola though, right? Or Idis. And then next turn I can go like either just the Silvermoon portal or questing plus 1 of the 1-drops if I want to. Probably just Idis Darkbane here. Put a damage on the totem. Try to clear it with the 1/1 next turn, and that makes my 3 damage hit from Idis the random effect more targetable if I can clear off that totem. Alright, so it's this Control Shaman deck. I think I'm just dropping the Silvermoon portal on Idis here. Clear off the totem first so that I hit 3 to face instead of 1. And then next turn I'll go questing in 2 1-drops. Kinda weird playing around his removal, because if I just stack all my buffs on one guy, then he has Hex. If I spread my buffs out inefficiently, he has Elemental Destruction. I think right now my board is okay against both of those. Also, he doesn't really want to play Elemental Destruction on turn 4. I do have to keep in mind that he has a card discounted by Farsight in his hand. He has 2 cards discounted by Farsight in his hand. I would like to start drawing with the Blessing of Wisdom, and I think I would rather try to get Questing Adventurer online rather than drop in the Genie.
Give me a quest.
I'm going to put the draw on Fiola, or on Idis. I think there's a pretty good chance he would have hexed it last turn if he had it. And it also just pushes damage, which is pretty relevant. I mean, he's already down to 10. Elemental Destruction plus Lava Shock would be a really good play here for him. Turns out he has it. Kind of a bummer, but I can still push quite a bit. I don't really have like any hard removal for a big taunt. I just kind of have to power through it with buffed minions. But I think I might be able to do that. This isn't good. I have no direct damage, so... Alright, well, Seal of Champions is actually disgusting here. If I had one more mana, it would be even more disgusting. I think I do have to play it over the Genie, though. Well, do I? Yeah, I probably need to. Because if I just throw down the Genie, then he can just kill it with Earth Elemental. And I do want to pop the Death Rattle this turn, so he can't drop Faceless on it next turn. So, unfortunately... Actually, who do I target with the Seal of Champions here?
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty. I must move quickly.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be 1 damage off killing both Earth Elementals. I think I just want this guy to be big. Oh, he's only on 4 mana this turn. But he does still have 2 discounted Farsight cards, so I still do need to play around Faceless. I think I should have sent in my 1/1. Because if he just plays, like, Lightning Storm here, yeah. I don't have a clear on the Earth Elemental. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Yeah, if I had sent in my 1/1 last turn, I would have lethal this turn. That was definitely a mistake. But yeah, I mean, this turn,
Not on my watch.
I think, plays itself.
This is no place for mortals.
Even if he gets 1 point of spell damage, Elemental Destruction still has to high roll on 2 of my minions to kill them. Also, even though I misplayed by not sending the point of damage into that, I still had a lot of buffs in my deck that were lethal. 2 Blessing of Might, Divine Strength, Seal of Champions, 2 Kings, a Portal, Ookla. Alright, that should be lethal, right? It's actually, like, super lethal. Nice.
Uther versus Morgul!
I will.
My opponent's name is the Holocaust. So that's fun. I'm just gonna try to Doomsayer on 2 against a Shaman. Not even gonna play the egg here. Basically guaranteed to drop Doomsayer next turn. The Nightmare is double Tunnel Trog, and then he has Lightning Bolt next
The
turn.
light protects me.
I don't have a great turn 3. Maybe I do just drop the questing. Or maybe I just go like Dragon Egg, Hero Power. I have some options. Obviously I want to draw one of my cheap legendaries. Of the 3/4s.
The light protects me.
I'm just gonna put
Reporting for duty.
Hero Power into Dude on board. I do want stuff on board in case I draw into one of my 30 buff cards. But I do want to have something to play with the Questing Adventurer next turn, so I Hero Powered instead of playing Dragon Egg. Of course, it doesn't matter what I do because my opponent just plays Tuskar and rolls Totem Golem, so.
The light protects me.
The battle. Reporting for duty.
Lightning Storm. That's from Portal. Pretty good 1-drop.
This is no place for mortals.
Just drop the Genie here. He trades pretty well on board. Maybe next turn I can go Hero Power Silvermoon Portal. No, he just has the Lava Burst. Again, Mukla trades pretty well on board. I'm sure he'll have second Lava Burst. Next turn I can make a pretty good questing. Probably playing Hex though. Fiola's interesting. Itis, I mean. I don't know why I keep calling her Fiola. I can only get 2 juggles. 2 juggles aren't really very good here. If I just play my questing, he's a 7/7 Divine Shield, which is obviously pretty good against a 7/7. What if I just go Itis, Portal? Then she's a 5/6. Get 1 juggle and a 2-drop.
Move quickly.
I think I like Itis here. Like, 1 hit on this means it doesn't kill this guy for free, 1 hit on this means Itis trades into it pretty well. I think just straight up killing the Totem Golem was the best option, but this was second best. He only has 4 mana, so I'm not dead this turn. I have to wait until next turn to die. So I need good juggles this turn. Means I guess I have to play both of my spells instead of my questing. I can theoretically clear his board, but it's super unlikely. Pretty good 2-drop. Oh, I actually can't clear his board. Oh yeah, I can. No, I can't.
Move quickly.
Guess I'm just playing this here, swinging into these. I'm dead to like half the cards in his deck right now. If I just had double juggled on the wolves, would have been okay.
The victory is yours.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
I think I don't want questing. Probably want to go Doomsayer on 2, coin out the Dragonkin. I don't really want to keep a buff for it though. I have a million buffs in my deck that I'll draw into anyway. Might give me a better play. If he plays Mana Worm here, I might have to coin out the Doomsayer. Doesn't look like I need to though. Just pass. I mean, he could, if he has like a Sorcerer's Apprentice here, he could still, like he could just kill my Doomsayer next turn. He needs 2 pieces of removal. I guess he only needs 1 piece of removal in his hero power. Wonder if I'm supposed to play a buff on my Doomsayer here. I mean, he needs exactly Frostbolt. Or like, Blast plus missiles. I think I'm just gonna hope the Doomsayer goes off. I mean, the chances of him having Frostbolt are very high. Also, I don't know why the fuck he played Mirror Image on turn 1. Especially if your turn 2 is going to be Sorcerer's Apprentice, you just play it then. Looks like it went off, though. So do I just play small dudes here, or do I coin out the dragon? This turn 4 is likely to be, what, like Water Elemental? Maybe I go small dudes into Coin Genie into dump buffs.
The light protects me.
Put a couple bodies on the board. Gives him a couple good hero powers, but if he's spending 2 mana on turn 4 hero powering, I'm okay with that.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Okay, that's fine. I think. Oh, he still has the missiles. I think I should kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice here. If I go for like a Coin Genie play, he can just like fireball it, and I'm in a pretty shitty spot. Question is, which spell do I use to buff my 1/1 Descended then here? This card is better at keeping my stuff alive, so probably don't mind spending it. Or I probably would rather spend this one, the purely aggressive one. I probably should kill the Azure Drake. Spell damage is scary. I still have a Genie play next turn, or I can maybe even go Mukla into a Genie play. I'm gonna hold the Divine Strength though, because I can get more value out of my buff than just playing it on my dude here. Well, I guess it would protect my dude from a Frostbolt, but then we're kind of in another situation where he's spending mana awkwardly to clear a dude, so I'm kind of okay with that. I think I like Genie and buff my guy here. I want to kill off the Azure Drake. Card is too scary. And then I get, you know, a 5/8 Genie as well. Pretty good chance that my 7/3 dies here. Just any spell plus hero power and the Mana Worm can kill it. Also just like dies to Frostbolt and cards like that, but then he still leaves my Genie on the board. Next turn I can go Mukla Banana for even more Genie value. Okay, he's just gonna hit all the pings. That wasn't a good ping. Okay. I can put a Divine Shield on my dude, then I have a 7/3. I need to kill the Flamewaker. Divine Shield my dude, send it then I have a 7/3. Or I can just Mukla and then Banana my dude, and then that'll leave me with a 9/3. I mean, I guess that's better, right? Plus it lets me develop a more significant minion. Unfortunately, I didn't have it's like a Blessing of Kings in hand. That would have been really strong. Okay, how good is the Seal of Champions here? I don't really like the Seal of Champions too much. Maybe I go Seal of Champions plus Banana on something. Then I have to use a Banana when I have a Fiola in my hand. Fiola's really good with cheap buffs. I think the Seal of Champions just doesn't really have a good target here, so I'm probably not going to use it.
Not on my watch.
I don't know. Let me think about this a little bit more. I don't think Tempo Mage really plays Flame Strike anymore.
Move quickly.
I guess Fuel is good against Tempo or against Flame Strike anyway. Because he has the mana to ping, but she's still a 4/5 behind the Divine Shield. Arcane Explosion. What the fuck? Why did he just torch my face? I have a really hard time imagining that Torch Face was the right play there. Draw a card with Fiola. He's the most resilient minion, so that's probably the best place to put that buff.
The light protects me.
How do I want to kill Thalnos? Probably just trade in a 1/1. Probably do want to play the Seal of Champions this turn. Apply more pressure. But where's the best place to play it?
Move quickly.
I guess I'll play it on the Dragon Egg.
This is my
It activates the Dragon Egg, and then, like,
move quickly.
if he wants to Flame Strike, ping the Dragon Egg first, then Flame Strike, then I still get a 2/1 out of it. I don't know if that really makes that much sense. But it's just good to activate the Dragon Egg, I think. I don't quite have lethal. 2 damage off. I feel like I probably should clear since he Roaring Torched my face last turn. Or 2 turns ago or whatever. I mean, that seems to telegraph that he has more burn, right? So I guess I should do this. I just play this. I'm actually going to be super weak to Flame Strike if I clear this. Okay, if his hand's double Fireball, that's only 12 damage. I guess I'm not actually even dead to double Fireball.
The battle! The battle!
I guess I just hit him in the face. But he's probably going to have double Fireball, draw into Frostbolt, and then kill me. Can't really play around that though.
Let's make magic. Let's make magic.
Alright, so he stopped me from killing him, but still have a lot of damage. I have 5 on board, so even if I buff the Idas and hit face, I'm still 1 off, so I should probably just buff something on the board. Probably just... I guess I buff Idas anyway, because buffing something on the board doesn't really give me any good trades. And this maybe just kills one of his dudes anyway.
I fight.
I'll keep the egg around. It pushes more damage this turn. Plus it gets stuff off my board if I draw a relevant minion for next turn.